Well,
All right. It's gonna get dark. Well, we're gonna start moving on. We got downtime and stuff to do, so we can catch up with uh, whatever ne'er do
Yeah,
well Chris is gonna
I can.
make.
right.
Yeah, I can talk as well. So
Okay.
I don't. Again, I'm totally new to this game, unfortunately, and I'm not sure what kind of character is going to benefit the most, since it seems like most other people are going to play advanced level characters. So I don't know how that works in this system. So
I think you'll be totally fine.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing we do a lot. Low level characters teaming up with the maniacs gives you a view into the future of the horrible thing that you might become.
Excellent.
Speak for yourself. Ravelt is an actual good guy.
Anyway,
I was just thinking the marches.
yeah, he's also level 2. He's got time.
Ravelt? He's level 4.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. I'm downloading Skype for Windows on this, assuming that my internet through my phone works out. I should be able to get online. I should probably hang up on this, though,
Sure.
in order to do that. So I'll be right back. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Rip Rama.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
Ron
be
coming
right-
in and out anyway. All right. Well, we're gonna get moving. We got downtime for Ravelt the Unblemished. And Scryden the Light of the Marches. So, well, Ravelt, you've got an option. I don't know where you guys want to start out. We can kind of get into that. We can start out in Velsen. We're adventuring to Velsen. There's been a call out for trustworthy adventurers to come and do good work to defend the city. Oh shoot! I dragged him.
Yeah. Right now we're on the Broska map, by the way.
But right now you're on a different type map entirely. So let me fix that. Boink. And then I'll drag you guys over. Alright.
Okay.
So I'm gonna kind of let you guys lead me through this. So where are you, Ravelt? You wanna let's just start in Velsen, if that sounds good. If you want to start somebody somewhere else, that's cool. Also.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, starting at Velsen's fun. It's fine.
So Velsen is it's run by a Duke. His name is Duke Conbald. And he's had some troubles. You've come to help him deal with his undead problem in the mines. His soldiers have been taxed. His soldiery has been taxed with death and dying. And you've come here. It's a pretty large city. You've got, all levels of inns available to you. What do you want to do? Or you want to stay, Ravelt? Depending on the money you have.
Well, I want to go camping,
Oh, you want to go camping?
because I have no money.
Okay.
Because justice is its own reward, Justin.
Yes. Bug bites included. I mean, that's not the streets, but, it's pretty much the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're sleeping in the streets, no coins, and you roll nothing.
Oh, wait, whoa, hold on, wait a minute.
Whoa.
My charisma's, really good. I think I can just stay in the peasant inn for free. Hold on.
It's 14 minus charisma.
I have 15. Okay, never mind. I'll sleep in a peasant inn because they like me so much. They see how radiant I am, and they just let me sleep here.
Yeah, you're a good dude. They're ready for you to stay. You've come to do good work, and you've got something of a reputation, I think.
There we go. That's how I get around this money problem. All right.
All right, so sleeping in a peasant inn, you're not going to pay anything because you've got such a good charisma, but you're going to roll plus charisma.
7.
A 7 on a 7 to 9, you are well rested and ready to embark. So you have 2 holds for your downtime actions.
All right. Okay, so I know there's. Do I have any abilities? I have 8 ability. I have no money though. So Fuck. I know there was one of my hirelings has like a thing he wants me to do for him, so maybe I could like look into that. Who was it? I think it was Hollis. You must be accomplishing good deeds. No, that's normal.
Okay.
Uncovered knowledge. What does he want? Oh, he wants to restore his family name and gain honor. Yeah. Restore their family name. That's something maybe I can look into.
Yes.
But I think it'd be better for me to. Sure, I'll do some dangerous work. That's what I'll do.
Dangerous work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what sort of dangerous work is available in Velsund? Well, there's two kinds of dangerous work, and this could be a good lead-in for what we want to do for our introductory adventure, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Have you tried rebooting the modem, right?
Yes, several times.
Yeah, several times.
Okay. So, for your intro, for your dangerous work, you can do one of two things. You can head north and scout out the trails to the mines. People have seen strange visions lately. Horrible creatures stalking the valley that heads to the silver mine up the north. Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. Or, once again, Duke Conbald has sent out a large call for adventurers and help, but they must be trustworthy. Of course, this has resulted in a lot of bullshit going on in the streets. Thieving, crime. They're having to round people up and kick them back out of the town many times over. So you could go combing the streets looking for ne'er-do-wells and troubles.
Well, ne'er-do-wells and troubles is my job, so I'll do that.
Okay. Okay, cool. We'll let that come out of the roll. Ne'er-do-wells. Searching for ne'er-do-wells. Let's see. Doing some hardcore gumshoeing.
Mm-hmm.
What's that gonna be? I think I want to say wisdom.
It's probably wisdom, my one sore spot. Okay.
You're built for intelligence.
I'm very smart, but not very attentive. Okay.
Yeah. So you're gonna roll plus wisdom.
Cool. It's fine. You're playing into my trap. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good XP.
You do get mixed up into something rivaled.
I throw on my my detective outfit that I spend all of my adventure gear on.
Okay, so Duke Conbald, he's hired a private security force to bolster his troops. As we said, his soldiery, they went into the mines many months ago because there was a strange sighting, or the mining camp had been like shut down. People had disappeared, and his soldiers went to find out what was going on. Those soldiers never came back, and they died. A group of adventurers found all that out. So he lost a significant part of his troops. So he's hired a private security force. They are called the Sunhawks. This is a group of mercenaries. This is a group of mercenaries from the Bloodfang Badlands.
Okay.
Yeah, they are mostly human, for the most part, but there are some gnolls mixed in, and orcs, other sorts of non-human races, dwarves. Not many elves, because it's the Bloodfang Badlands. It's not good for, wandering through the forest in waking dream states.
Right.
The key part about them is that they are all female.
They're all women.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the most notable. They are exclusively females.
Okay.
And the reason they let you do some work for them is that the Sunhawks, they can stomp the head in of anything that's a problem, right? If there's a bar fight, the Sunhawks show up and they shut that whole thing down, right? but they are not precision instruments. Ravolt is an unknown element, right?
Right.
And Ravolt looks fairly innocent from the outside, right? Judging from your character picture. Member of the Bael family.
So very innocent.
There have been reports, sightings of strangers in the night, right? People in cloaks. A thieves' guild or something, right? It's kind of like that. A group of thieves wandering the streets at night. And you start coming after that. You start investigating, asking questions. You get some information from somebody about a meeting or a secret hiding place or something going down. Who do you get that information from, and where are you sent to?
Who do I get that information from? Well, Ravolt is the friend of the people. He's friendly with those less fortunate. So I think there's a group of bums that I find.
Okay.
And they give me the directions. If you want a name, I guess. We'll say I'll name one of them. The one who actually they talk amongst themselves, and the one who actually gives me the information. His name is Gary.
Gary.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary.
Doppelganger.
Gary the homeless man.
Yeah.
He trades in street secrets.
He's also 6.
Where does he send you?
He sends me. Yeah. He sends me to a kennel.
A kennel.
Okay. A kennel. Yeah. He says that on some nights, during their after hours when they're closed, he sees nefarious-looking folk heading inside.
So there's nefarious whatsits hanging around about there.
Yeah.
What kind of kennel is it? A dog kennel?
Yeah, it's for dogs.
Okay. Yeah. You head there, Ravolt, and you're digging around. You're digging up clues and whatnot. And you do stumble upon something. You stumble upon a group of people in cloaks. And I think that things escalate. They're startled by your arrival. You kind of happened upon them all of a sudden around behind an outside kennel. And you didn't catch any of their faces. But you were struck from behind. And went sprawling down. Unconscious. You do get something. I want to give you something. One of them loses a bag of coins.
Okay.
That's the 50 coins you got. They didn't pay you. The Sunhawks didn't pay you for getting beat up at a dog kennel.
Okay.
So you have 50 coins, but it might be interesting to see what Ravolt does with that, because those 50 coins are evidence.
Yeah. Well.
Let's do your second downtime action before you decide.
Okay. Fine. I'll do something that doesn't require money.
Well, because you have no.
Well, I have these 50 coins if I really wanted to, but okay. Um, well, okay. Um, you know what? I go recruiting because why not? I'll be confused. I'm generally confused all the time. It's fine.
Generally
I go
confused.
recruiting.
Cool. What kind of help are you looking for?
I'm looking for the bravest and brightest. Not
Okay.
Scryden. Certainly not.
Not Scryden.
What the?
It's okay, Scryden. Everybody shall know soon enough. Their one true hope.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are you gonna pay well?
No.
No. And are you making it known what you're setting out to do?
Yeah, damn right.
And what is it that you're setting out to do, by the way?
There's like the restless undead or something, right? In those caves, isn't that the mission?
Okay, so that's your goal. You want to clear out the undead.
I guess so. There's mention of the Skinner and all that. In that, I'm already forgetting what you wrote in the adventure hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the goal, to clear out the undead.
Okay.
And that doesn't necessarily mean kill them. I'm just putting that out there. Maybe we can get them to move.
God.
Yeah,
You're a dead man.
So he's not above nonviolent means.
Of course not.
It depends on if they've done anything wrong, right?
It depends if they've done anything wrong and they can be reasoned with. I mean, if they'll pay taxes to Conbald, I'm sure he'd be happy to let them stay here.
Okay, all right. That sounds fine. And do you have a useful reputation?
I guess not. Not here, anyway. I helped
think you
take down
do.
the circus.
No, I think you do. You have a resume, right? You've actually done some stuff for a notable city.
Okay.
I think word has spread somewhat that you come with some trustworthiness.
Cool. All right. That's deep.
So that's going to be plus.
Well, the last one is getting a cut, right?
Right. Are they going to get a cut of whatever you find? I nearly forgot.
I guess what's his name is offering some sort of reward for doing this.
Sure,
Conbald?
Conbald will
Yeah.
pay up.
Then yeah, of course.
All right, cool. So that's plus 3 then.
Alrighty. I really want to fail. Okay.
Well, you don't fail, but you're going to have to take what you can get.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get? Well, you wanted the best and the brightest. You wanted brave people. You don't get the bravest. Like I said, the town has been peopled with all the normal scum that you would find, right? Adventurers are getting rounded up and tossed out of the gates daily, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get... Okay, you get a member, an actual citizen here of Velsen.
Perfect.
They're a citizen now because they used to be a guard. They used to be in Duke Conbald's private army or whatever. Not private army. Well, everything's a private army if you're Duke, but anyway. They were disgraced. They committed some sort of cowardice or some such, and they were removed from the guard. And yeah, he comes hoping that you'll give him a second chance.
That's my middle name.
That's your middle name. Ravolt Second Chance Beowulf. What's this person? What's their name? What are they? Give me some details about them.
Sure. His name will be. Man. Fuck. What was his name? I forget. I forget the good night name. I want to give him whatever. Yeah, fuck, I forget. It's gonna start with a B. Then we'll name him Brian.
Okay.
His name is Brian. I really wish I could think of this name. It's just completely escaping me.
Is that the actual name, Brian?
There it is, Bradley.
Bradley.
It was Bradley.
All right, Bradley, the disgraced guard.
Yeah, his name is Bradley.
So we're gonna make him a warrior and a protector. His instinct is to try and restore some honor, but the price is make enough money to cover his debts.
Okay, cool, perfect.
Make him warrior. Make him protector. We'll make him protector 2, warrior 2. We'll give him a loyalty of 1. He's pretty desperate. But yeah. All right. Well, that's your downtime. We'll find out what you do with your coins in a little bit later.
Sure.
All right. Who's next for downtime? Smirk?
Yeah, I guess I'll go.
All right, Smirk. Where are you staying here in Velsen?
So before we decide where I'm staying,
yeah,
I've committed some crimes here. Remember?
I do remember that. You
Stole
have
from the
committed.
Duke.
I was gonna actually bring that up. I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Well, so we're gonna have to roll. That's gonna be your first downtime action.
Okay.
Is rolling your
Bounties.
bounty, yeah, warrant. But where are you trying to stay now that you've come back to this town?
At the fanciest inn,
The fanciest inn you can.
full of money.
All right, that's 43 minus charisma.
Cool. There we go.
You make some useful connections. You're going to have +1 hold for downtime. So you're going to have 3 hold. But first, we are going to roll that warrant. That's the very first issue.
Okay, that's charisma, right?
It is.
Dang it. Okay.
Now I can't... Outstanding warrants. Here we go. So word has spread of your deeds and everyone recognizes you. So there are signs around. Obviously the Duke has called out for anybody doing anything questionable. You know, see something, say something, people. But especially, that's just a general thing, right? And the Sunhawks are pretty hard about that. But there are signs up of your freaking face, right?
Hell yeah.
That this son of a bitch needs to go down. You are, you know, enemy of the state.
I couldn't be happier with the result. This trade.
But there's also a complication. Has been put in a bad spot. Yeah, I think that's it. There's a warrant out for your arrest. Somebody sees you, they're to bring you in immediately. And there's a reward. Oh, that'd be a price on your head. Never mind.
And it's the same thing. I mean, if there's a warrant, there's a reward.
Yeah, not really. That's why he has the Sunhawks, right? Not reporting that they've seen you, colluding with Smirking Elman and not saying something, that's a crime, right? Your reward for reporting you is not also going to jail.
Okay.
But you've got 2 downtime actions left. What's your first one going to be?
First one is going to be visiting a corrosion because I'm shaky.
All right,
That's-
you head to the dock.
Yeah.
Or the doctor. Well, that's 5 coins.
Someone who pretends to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, what's your second?
Last downtime.
The last one ever.
Hmm. Yep. No. Well. I kind of want to visit Duke again.
You want to visit the Duke again?
You know, I have a mask that allows me to be anyone.
You do have a strange magical item that lets you disguise your appearance.
Yes. I think I want to present myself as a noble again. Demanding for more gold again. And steal from him again. Just, you know.
Okay. Okay, you can finagle for some extra pay, but first, the Mask of Illusion. It's spelled with a Q, so you know it's serious.
That's gay.
It's an item handed down by generations of performers. The mask has been a cause of mighty delight, I think is supposed to be, mayhem and chaos over its centuries of life. It appears as basic white mask of porcelain, but when worn, will shift into the face you see in your mind for a period. So what is this just a random noble's face? Is this...
Yeah, it's the most archetypical noble, like, chiseled chin, like,
Sure.
very white skin, blonde hair, and all that.
Okay. Well, roll plus charisma.
9.
Okay, so you're passable, but anyone who has met this person before will be on guard, knowing something is off. So, yeah, you look like somebody you've seen around, like, some noble person. Not from this town, obviously. That would just be a giveaway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's working for now. You've been accepted into the Duke's home. As a personal guest. That's the fancy inn you're staying in.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll save you finagling for money later. I think I have an idea there too.
Okay.
All right, Betlick Scriden,
The one and only.
last hope of the marches,
Fanciest inn in town.
the man's man.
Man's man. Oh god, I miss this character so much.
Roll plus charisma. It's
Man's
Betlick.
man.
It's Betlick.
What can I say?
Betlick, you're living in the lap of luxury.
Horse
You get an extra hold for downtime, and you can remove a ability of your choice.
Oh, well, isn't that just really swell? I think I'll get rid of Constitution. I'll get rid of that one. I'm not sick anymore, thank God. Okay, so extra day, that's 3, right? So I want to go to the Kyrogen, right? And for that down, what does Minstrel do again? What does Lud do for me?
Yeah, if there's a thing... actually, you should have spent 10 less coins on the fancy inn because of Portman Lud.
So it's 40 minus charisma originally, right?
43 minus charisma, and then minus an extra 10. So 33 minus charisma. Yeah.
Oh, that's so little coin. It's awesome.
It
God,
won't.
that's
It won't apply to the chirurgeon. The chirurgeon still charges you. He doesn't care how.
How awesome I am.
He doesn't care how.
Doesn't care.
How hugely bigly your friends are.
Okay. That's alright. Alright, so I'll get rid of my dexterity. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it doesn't really matter, but so that's one. My second downtime, I want to go take care of my living with trauma, or at least I want to roll it. So
Okay.
the way I was going to do that is go find a fight club, maybe. Unless I was going to see a therapist, but I don't think there are therapists here. I don't think they exist. So unless they do.
So your trauma, you've been cursed by dark powers from a different adventure, and you are a coward, a physical coward.
Yeah.
You're deathly afraid of personal bodily risk, and usually unable to enter into physically dangerous situations and conflicts. So you're going to try and take care of that by getting into some fighting.
Yes.
So when this thing hits 0, your trauma manifests as something. You have to do fight clubs because then you get Tyler Durden, the anchor man.
All right, Elman. Well, let's roll plus wisdom to fight club. Because that's the move. You gain 1 hold. But you get your freaking head kicked in.
Oh.
Like, you got beat up bad, Betlick. We're gonna give you a debility. You're already weak. I think now you're stunned. Yeah, you have a fucking concussion. Yeah,
Wow.
you got some bare knuckle boxing and your head feels like maybe your brain isn't attached so well to the inside of your skull. It hurts.
I'm gonna go to the Kyurgen then for my
All
whatever.
right.
I got what I needed. No problem.
All right.
Easy.
You're still legitimately afraid of physical combat because it's harmful. Okay.
This is gonna be fun to get rid of. So fun.
So Betlick's got a concussion. Ravolt has a moral dilemma. And Elman is the scumbag he's always been, but really good at it. Now, Chris, we're going to come to Chris. So, Chris is making a brand new character.
Hi, I have a couple of characters I made. I thought I'd be a little bit open about it. Do you guys have any preference? I don't know what classes you're playing. I don't know how much it matters. This is my first time playing Dungeon World.
So classes are matter, right? But Dennis ran an adventure where we were a thief and 3 wizards, and it was pretty hardcore.
I missed all that.
And I kicked ass. Okay, I became the Magnet King. It was pretty great, but
He is the king of magnets now.
Is that like the Flux?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I do all manner of nonsense with it, but so I mean, I would see what I suggest is but it's good. If we'd have had a fighter, it would have gone way better. But that being said, Ravolt is a paladin, and so he's a truck. He can take a bunch of damage, and he can kick ass and go on holy quests and gain special powers and such. So he's pretty much a fighter plus. Rama is playing Smirking Elman. He is a thief and a warlock. Smirking Elman's crazy. Smirking Elman has a lot of problems, but it gives him wild demonic powers also. Don't be his friend, but bring him along. Betlick Scriden Batless Scribe is many things.
He's our liability.
He is the light of the marches. Where there is light, there is Scriden. He's the last hope of the marches. He has an entourage. Mostly, he's a wizard.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I mean, not mostly.
So
He's
impressive.
mostly he is the savior that we all deserve. Quite frankly. But I mean, you got a pretty good spread there. So whatever you want to go with is pretty cool, I think.
I'll play a barbarian if that's okay.
That sounds awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
That sounds
Okay.
fucking great. And I've got you a character sheet in my folder under Velsund, but you should be able to get in there.
Oh shoot! Should I have made one in here, as I just made one in Google Docs?
Yeah. If you want to show me that Google Doc, I can help you fill it out. Actually, if you want to give me that link.
Yes. Let me figure that out. How do I share with you in particular?
So on the, well, you may not. Well, I mean, you could add my Google, but if you click the share button, it'll give you a link so that people can just view it. And you want to throw it in Skype or whatever, I can bring it up. All right, Cameron's getting kiffy.
So it does.
Cool. All right, Mog Feldspar. It's a pretty good name.
Thank you.
So the Roll20 character sheets, they're pretty simple to use. We can change your name up here.
Oh, they're great.
Yeah.
Are you editing it? Should I
Yeah.
edit it
Oh, here.
too?
If you know your way around it, go for it. I don't know if you've ever.
I don't know
used
my
it.
way around this in particular, but I did fill out all those things. So I don't have an avatar. How did
That's
I get
fine.
to the avatar and bio right away instead of the sheet? Oh, I messed up.
Oh, yeah, don't push the edit button.
Yeah.
Oh,
See the
Yeah,
tabs
there-
at the
I don't
top.
know.
Yeah.
There's little tabs at the top. The middle one, character sheet. That'll take you straight to your character sheet. I've
Got
already
it.
got your name in there. And you can put your class. You can just click and type on that. Your damage is already. Do you want to put a D10? There we go. And yeah, and you can fill in your stats. 16 strength, all right, strong boy. And 13 dexterity, okay, all right. We have a skirmisher. I feel good about this.
Wait, what class?
Barbarian.
barbarian.
Oh yeah.
But a 12 charisma. He's gonna make friends one day.
I mean, I read that it makes prostitutes cheaper.
It actually does.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And what's your alignment? This is all interesting to me. Oh, I don't see an alignment yet. Where is it? Neutral. Okay.
I mean, alignment's all cool and junk. I want to know what his appetites are.
He's going with the outsider race. Now, just for you, Chris. I mean, that's great for barbarians. I mean, I'll try to remember that. If we get into a session and I have forgotten to ask you about your people, like, you can totally bring it up.
Oh yeah, and that's the only race that's really available. I mean, narratively, it seems like the rules are that you can be anything, but you're an outsider is the reality. Okay, cool.
If you ever want to change that to a particular racial move for being a dwarf, like, that's totally cool too.
Oh really? Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, we play a little loose with it.
Yeah, same thing with the alignments. If you want to change your alignment later, because it's like, I'm not really into teaching people the ways of my people.
Evil.
I don't really
So I could
care what
choose
they
it.
think.
Are you saying that I could choose a different alignment, or I could choose like a different neutral and remain neutral?
Absolutely.
A different neutral bonus from a different. Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how to add moves. That I totally don't know how to do.
Oh,
As
that's
it
fine.
turns out. How does that work?
So on that button that says add, just click that,
Okay. Oh, and just type it in?
and then it's going to give you that top line. You type in the name of the move, and then when you click, there's a little checkbox over to the right.
Mm-hmm.
You click that checkbox, and then it's going to give you a bigger text box to put the description of stuff. Yeah, so in the description, you'll just put the ignoring armor under the ignoring the armor tag or whatever. Clumsy tag. Just like that.
Sorry, I'm doing this as best I can. I didn't realize these existed. Otherwise, I would have done it ahead of time.
No, this is good. It's giving me a chance to go over, to get familiar with your character. Yeah, the appetites are... What are his appetites? It's good appetites. I'm digging the appetites. Moral
I figured.
pleasures. Yeah.
I figured it was my first character. I should probably make it like what you'd expect, rather
Sure.
than try to do something weird.
Sure. So what are they? Mortal pleasures and...
Riches and property.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah. We'll get weird, Chris. There's literally no chance of your character not getting weird. We've got a pretty good track record so far of making everybody weird. Alright, so Mog. And muscle bound. And what are you waiting for? And the upper hand. God, you get all the moves as Barbarian. You get 40,000 different moves.
You do get a lot. And do I need to add hack and slash and stuff here? I assume not.
No.
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 Hopefully the upper hand isn't something I'm going to have to use a lot, right?
That's the hope. That's the dream. It's a controversial move among the GMs, but I like it a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one is upper hand?
It's when he rolls a 7 to 9, instead of death offering him a deal, he offers death a deal.
Oh, no, I love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like no, you shut up. This is what I want.
Yeah. But if death turns it down,
Yeah, it seems like you have to make a really good,
yep.
good one.
Cool. We'll get to bonds in a second. The gear is kind of the same thing as the move. You just click add. You'll put the name of the gear, and then it'll have the description stuff for your tags, and you apply the weight.
Should I put the armor from the chainmail under the tags, or just in the line, or just take account of it?
Usually the armor value is a tag, so I would put it there.
Okay. One armor, one AC. I don't know if you guys have a preference.
Yeah, call it armor. There's not really armor class. Armor in Dungeon World. So when you take a hit for damage, armor will reduce the amount of damage you take. It's not like a 2-hit chance or anything. I'm never going to roll dice. You will be harming yourself, rolling all the stuff, giving me the justification to harm you, all that stuff. I just sit back and describe skin melting. Got some dungeon rations. That's good. All right.
Yeah, that's all the items, though. You get a lot of moves, not a lot of items.
Nothing in gear. Cool. So we'll deal with bonds. Same thing with bonds, by the way. I mean, you can use the ones out of the book. That's a great place to start. But when we get to writing bonds with everybody, you can make up your own bond. Like,
okay, excellent.
The trick about a bond is it's like, I think this about a person, so I'm going to do this about that. That's really the only trick.
Okay.
But we're going to take a break here. We're right at an hour. But let me start with a question for Mog concerning Outsider. So I don't know anything about your dwarf barbarian. Yeah. Where do you come from? Where have you come from, and what is like some notable stuff? A few bullet points about your folks, your people.
Sure. So, I'm a member of the Twadun band of dwarves. I'm not sure where I would place this in the world because I've looked at the map, but I don't want to mess up saying it's to the east or the west. But we live in a very arid location, like a desert. long ago, my ancestors left the mountains and split off from some other tribe of dwarves for reasons that have been forgotten to time. And they ended up in an area that you guys would recognize as being very similar to the southwestern United States, with a lot of canyons and not a lot of mountains. But what they did is they carved their dwellings into the side of the canyons. So they're still stone-working people, but they're working a very different kind of stone. It's a very hard life out on the plains. They don't have you don't have access to things like ale and wheat, and they don't really have agriculture. They grow a small amount of mushrooms. They are principally a hunter and gathering folk who do a little bit of trade with nomadic merchants in the area. My character, he kind of a rascal. He had a hard time dealing with the expectations put on him as a member of historically a carving family, which is a high status job, but it's less in need these days. So he left home when he was drunk one night, and he's trying to make his riches elsewhere. So that's my brief, as brief as I can make it. Sorry.
That's perfect. Too rascally to carve.
He has that tattooed right across his chest.
Rascal life. So Mog, I think there's a couple of places that make perfect sense for your guy to come from. I mean, you can choose, or you can say, yeah, maybe it's a different one. I mean, I'm totally fine. First one is the Trembling Valley. There are barbarian tribes from there. It is a valley, deep cave, canyon walls. What's most notable about the Trembling Valley are the dinosaurs.
Oh, nice.
Jesus.
So there are great lizards wandering the place, and there are barbarian tribes that hunt and tame them also there. So that could be a cool place for him to come from. There's another place that we've already talked about. I'm not sure if you were here when I talked about it, if you were still fixing things, but
I heard a little bit, but I didn't have any context for it. So
the Bloodfang Badlands. There would definitely be some canyon walls for one to live in, and there are many nomadic barbarian tribes that wander the Bloodfang Badlands. There are most notably the Gnolls. There is a Gnoll tribe that wanders there. And there is actually in this town right now we have the Sunhawks, and this is a band of barbarians. They are a troop of warriors that hire out as mercenaries, and they are all female from many different races from the Badlands: Gnolls, humans, dwarves, all that
interesting.
kind of stuff. So you could come from there. You can't be a Sunhawk because of
I'm a man, and
exactly.
Also, that sounds really good, because maybe there could be a tie into why I happen to have come here at this time, because
perfect.
Come with this. I've followed the sun. That makes sense. I like the Bloodfang Badlands.
Cool. In the Bloodfang Badlands. Now I'm going to ask you this, though. Now, you can't be a member of the Sunhawks, but
Yeah, right.
you could work with them. You could know them. They could be friendly with you. Do you have a connection with the Sunhawks at all?
I personally, Chris, do not know. I heard you talk a little bit about them, that they're all female, and I think somebody pissed them off. That's about as much as I know. So what would I be signing up for?
At this point, those are the 3 bullet points I have about them. So they might become a trouble later. They don't take any gruff. They kick people's asses. They're wandering as private security now for the Duke because his army has been diminished. But they don't eat babies or dwarves that I know of yet.
Okay.
But do you know them? Have you worked with them before? Is that how you kind of came here?
Maybe just on the travels from the Badlands. I had met up with them, and maybe as opposed to it just being something that I came up with, I saw that barbarians leave the wastes where I don't want to be, the Badlands, I should say, by going and becoming private security in this way. And so maybe I tried to join, and they're like, no, you have a penis. That's impossible. And I'm like, well, can I go with you? And they're like, I mean, you can ride with me. I guess I ride a dinosaur now instead of an armadillo.
Well,
So
there's probably big lizards in the Badlands also, but it's,
oh no, I'm sorry, that was the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that works. Armadillo, it is. Okay.
Those are cuter.
So who's your contact in the Sunhawks? Who do you know? What's her name? I mean, it could be human, gnoll, dwarf, whatever else.
I'll make it a Knoll. I'm not sure what Knoll name should sound like, but let's say Gerstina.
Christine.
That's pretty much. We have one other Knoll character, and his name sounds like Growls also. So you got it. You got it in one. So Gerstina, you know her. What's your connection to Gerstina? What's your history with her?
Perhaps man, I don't know anything about Knoll society, but let's say, is it fair to say that Knoll females comprise? Do people leave their principal band to join the Sunhawks? That's what I'm understanding.
Yes.
Okay, so if it's permissible, I would say that maybe she's out on a hunting party, which is, the females are at least permitted to hunt with the Knoll barbarians of whatever race they are, or whatever band they are, or that specific band. And I'm also out hunting, and perhaps I got hurt, and she helped me. I fell down a canyon wall, and I was unconscious, and she helped me. So I kind of owed her a favor, and so.
Okay. Cool. All right, that's good. So new characters, we don't do downtime for them because mostly downtime screws you over, as you've seen.
Yeah.
But
and I'm not sure I wrap my head that well around the downtime mechanics anyway. So
yeah.
We'll...
Yeah, you'll deal with it at the start of your next adventure, whatever that is. So don't worry about it for now. Cool. So let's take our break and come back in like 5 minutes, and we'll get you guys teamed up. I think I've cooked up a reason for you all to be together.
Cool.
And we'll get into some trouble.
Sweet. Thank you.
5 minutes.